Attention all passengers. Please put your seats in the upright position, your tray tables up, fasten your seatbelts, and prepare for landing. Welcome to America, the land of opportunity, home of many beautiful sights, magnificent people, and amazing experiences. Please stay seated until we have successfully landed at our destination, Washington, D.C., capital of our wonderful nation. Your guides, Cassandra and Jessica, will be waiting for you as you exit the plane. Please enjoy your stay, and overall pretty good then!
Hello everyone, and welcome to America. My name is Jessica.
And my name is Cassandra.
And we will be your travel guides for the duration of your stay in America. There are many ways that American society differs from your typical Igbo society, and our job is to help you understand American society better.
We will begin our tour with a brief introduction of the language that is spoken and written here. As you probably already know, English is the dominant language in America. It is spoken, written, and read everywhere in the United States. Just like Igbo is one of the African languages that is spoken largely in eastern Nigeria, and all of the countries inhabited by the Igbo. English is just as important as Igbo is to you. It helps improve our communication and benefit the culture we live in. So as you travel in the United States, you may want to get your hands on an English dictionary to help you further understand the dialect of the land.
A few key words that are very common in the English language are greetings such as hi, which means hello, what's up, and how are you are other ways of asking how someone is doing. Proverbs that are very common in America are absence makes the heart grow fonder, beggars can't be choosers, don't bite off more than you can chew, and you can't have your cake and eat it too. Proverbs are oftentimes a sign of wisdom, but are very common in American culture, just as they are in Igbo.
Another very important thing you need to know about American society while you're here is money. Here in America, we buy and sell goods. In our culture, you trade. We have money and we buy things with it. We have $100 bills, which is the most, then 50, 20, 10, 5, and $1 bills. We also have coins, which is money made out of metal. We have quarters, which are 25 cents, dimes, which are 10 cents, nickels, which are 5, pennies that are only 1 cent.
To start off your trip, we will begin in Washington, D.C., the capital of America. Although your society does not have a centralized government, ours does. The man who runs our country lives in a big house called the White House, which is right over there. He makes most of the decisions that affect our country, although sometimes people have a say in what happens.
After we leave Washington, D.C., we'll be traveling to New York City, which is also called the city that never sleeps. New York City is always busy. It's like the Igbo society. Many people in New York City walk everywhere. This is one of the most well-known cities in our society, just like Nari, Nigeria, which is also a well-known place in your society. New York City has many tall buildings that seem to reach the sky, so we call them skyscrapers in the American society.
While we are visiting New York City, we would also like to take you to see one of the most historical and memorable sites in the United States, Ground Zero. Currently, this section of New York City is under construction while crews work hard to build the Freedom Towers. On September 11, 2001, the Twin Towers, which were where the Freedom Towers will now stand, were attacked by terrorists. Bringing down both the towers, killing thousands of people, and hurting many others, America was damaged. Ground Zero is a constant reminder of what happened that day, and the Freedom Towers are being built to restore America's hope.
After visiting New York City, we'll be traveling to see the Statue of Liberty. This is a big piece of artwork that was given to us from our friends in another country. It is 151 feet tall. It is like a statue you make to worship your gods, only on a much larger scale.
Once we leave the state of New York, we will be traveling to our hometown, Detroit, Michigan. This is the auto capital of the nation. Detroit builds many cars here every day, and that is how people get around. Cars are basically metal, with 4 wheels, steering, and a motor. Basically like a wagon, only with a motor, and a little more complicated. In comparison to your society, cars are like petroleum. A lot of America's economy is based off of cars because they make so much profit, and Igbo society makes a lot of profit off of petroleum.
During your stay in America, you will be experiencing many varieties of food. Some of the most popular foods include hamburgers, coney dogs, pies, fries, soda, chili, and soul food. Hamburgers are beef patties between 2 pieces of bread. Many people enjoy adding cheese, ketchup, mustard, and other condiments to their burgers.
Coney dogs are meat on a bun. They can range anywhere from 6 inches long to a foot long. Again, many people enjoy condiments on their coney dogs.
Pie is a household baked good and is a delectable treat. It has a sugary dough crust and can be filled with many different fruits or fillings. Some pies have apples in the middle, others have pumpkin, cherry, key lime, or even strawberries.
French fries are sliced potatoes that are deep fried. Americans love deep fried food, which brings me to the next section of food that I would like to discuss.
Soul food is most common in the southern states of America. Soul food is the most commonly deep-fried food with lots of calories, and sweet desserts such as pies and cakes.
But out of all the foods in America, the most popular home-cooked meal is chili. Chili is a mixture of hamburger, tomato, and chili powder. Almost all households in America hold a recipe for chili.
One category of food that many Americans consume is fast foods. Fast foods are foods that are typically greasy and unhealthy, but quickly made and ready on the go. Some of the fast food restaurants include McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, Wendy's, and Kentucky Fried Chicken.
As you guys value yams by holding festivals, the Americans hold festivals for some of our foods, including the Cherry Festival, the Apple Festival, the Burger Fest, and the Hot Dog Eating Contest.
Yams are very popular in your society, used in many traditional dishes and eaten on a daily basis. In American society, apples are a popular food. They can be eaten plain, put in pies, covered in caramel, peanut butter, or chocolate. They are used in desserts and are a very healthy choice.
Every society has its own customs, and while you are visiting America, hopefully you will be able to see the differences between the customs in both of our societies. To start off, I will explain some of our holidays that we celebrate.
Just like you celebrate Christmas, we celebrate Christmas too. In all cultures, Santa Claus plays a very big role in the Christmas spirit. Santa is a man that dresses in a red suit, comes on your chimney on Christmas night, and delivers presents to all the good children in your one night. Santa in your culture is known as a cultural networking, where everyone shares meals, gifts, money, drinks, and stories with everyone. And Santa is symbolized by your parents, brothers, sisters, cousins, and guests who come by and appreciate each other.
Another big day which holds many customs is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is a day of giving thanks, and this day started many, many years ago when the Indians and the Pilgrims came together and had their first meal together. Turkey is the main course on Thanksgiving and is oftentimes accompanied by things such as stuffing, mashed potatoes, cranberries, and dinner rolls. Thanksgiving is kind of like your yam festival. You have a day that all people of society come together and they all eat the same thing. In the same sense, American families come together and share a meal.
The 4th of July is a celebration that America gained its independence. It is celebrated with large celebrations with food and fireworks. As soon as the sun sets, fireworks are shot off into the night sky, and people gawk over the beauty of them. American flags are posted about on this day, and people enjoy wearing red, white, and blue, which are the colors of our country's flag. In a sense, we have a lot of the same customs on this day. You wear the color of your flag, green and white, and you hold parades and celebrations for your freedom.
Just like in Igbo society, America's New Year's celebration is very extravagant. People hold huge parties and everyone celebrates while watching the ball drop in Times Square. The ball on New Year's is a large, beautifully lit crystal ball that drops to the ground at midnight to show and welcome the new year. Although it is common in your culture to pray at midnight, many people in America do not do that. We instead celebrate with large, lavish parties, just like you do before heading to the churches and cathedrals.
Another custom that is very popular among Americans of all race, gender, and age is sports. The most popular American sport is football. It is a game played typically by men, and the object is to score the most points by running the ball from one end of the field to the other, while the other team tries to tackle you. Some of the biggest games are played on the Super Bowl, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
Another major sport in American society is baseball. In this sport, the object is to hit the ball with a stick and run around a diamond without getting hit by the other person on the other team or getting stopped by them.
Hockey is a sport where people skate around the ice with sticks and try to get a puck, which is like a flat ball, into the net sitting on the ice. Whoever scores the most points is the winner.
Another sport, one that both of our societies have in common, is wrestling. Although wrestling is not important here as it is an Igbo society, there are a lot of matches that take place daily to entertain the American people. The custom of sports and holidays are both popular in America, and American culture wouldn't be the same without these customs.
Just like America has different customs than Igbo society, America also has different rituals for ceremonies such as weddings, funerals, and anniversaries. For weddings in America, there is a bride and groom, just like in Igbo society. Yet, there are a few things different. The brides don't have to pay the bride price, and only one man can have one wife. The weddings here are extravagant and celebrated a lot like the weddings in your culture. Only being wed to a person here is more about love than the arrangement and benefits for the family. In American cultures, both men and women present each other with a wedding band to symbolize your unity as one.
For funerals in America, flowers are sent to the funeral home to show sympathy, whereas in your land, a cow is given to the family if a man dies, and a goat is presented if there is a death of a woman. But just like in your society, we give gifts to show our gratitude. Another difference is that we place our deceased in a casket, which is like a box with a bed in it, and you place yours on a stool sitting up. Funerals are given to the deceased by those who love them, and oftentimes many friends, family, and acquaintances attend.
The last thing that we will discuss before we begin our tour is the religion of our society. The main religions of America are Christian, Catholic, and Judaism. For all these religions, there is one God and we obey him. Although your culture believes there is one supreme God who watches over all the others, we do not have any other gods.
Now that we have explained a lot about America, we hope that you enjoy your stay and you have a good time while you're here with us on the tour.
If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Now let's head to the White House, home of the President, our leader.